Hey, let's do some math.
Let's talk about how to factor a trinomial like this. So it has three terms. Of course, we always want to try to factor out the greatest common factor if we can, but unfortunately, there is no greatest common factor here. So a really quick way to factor this is to use something called the extended AC method. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. If you multiply A times C, you get negative 30. So what we want to find out is what multiplies to be negative 30 and adds to be this middle coefficient of negative 7. And so a good thing to do is to make a list of numbers that multiply to be 30. So notice I could say 1 and 30 multiply to be 30. Of course, it's got to be negative 30, so I have to take that into consideration here in a moment. And then, of course, I want to use 2 and 15. And a lot of times it's okay to use a calculator to kind of figure out what these are if you're not real good at that. And then, so that's that, 1 and 30, 2 and 15. Of course, 3 and 10 multiplies to be 30. And then maybe I would say 5 and 6 multiplies to be 30. So I kind of make a list of things that multiply to be 30. And now as I think about these, I look very carefully. It's got to multiply, whatever I pick has to multiply to be negative 30, but add to be negative 7. Notice that's going to be 3 and 10. And notice that it would be 3 and negative 10. 3 and negative 10. So that multiplies to be negative 30 and adds to be negative 7. But making a list here helped me kind of figure that out. So 3 and negative 10. So what I do is I come over here and I write 3 and negative 10, and I make a fraction bar there. So I'm using the numbers that I had over here, 3 and negative 10. I'm going to use those over here, so 3 and negative 10. Now underneath here, I write a 6x. That 6x comes because this first term is 6x squared, so I'm going to write 6x underneath there. And then I reduce each one. So what's a number that goes into both 6 and 3? Well, 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 6 two times. Over here, I could take a 2 out. 2 goes into 6 3 times. 2 goes into there negative 5 times. So now I'm going to put down my two sets of parentheses here, and I'm going to go bottom up. This is 2x and a 1. So 2x plus 1. And then over here, this is 3x and minus 5. So 3x and minus 5. So bottom up. And this is my factored form of this original trinomial up here. If you took the time to multiply this out using the FOIL method, you multiply this out, it would be this up here. In fact, let's try that. So this is 6x squared. And this is negative 10x. And this part right here is 3x, which does add to be negative 7x, which is the middle term. And then 1 times negative 5 is negative 5 up there. So I've multiplied out and it does work. So this is my final answer right here. And this is called factoring a trinomial when the A term is not a 1. And what I'm using is often called the extended AC method. Some people call it different things, but it's kind of a little shortcut trick that works. See ya.